Hey everyone, Fred Foy Strang here. I'm so thankful to have been with you for not only this year, but the entire period of our interim ministry among you. When we first began here, you had a verse that was very important to your session from Isaiah, when the prophet says, "See, I'm doing a new thing." And boy, we've had a lot of new things this year. I don't think we could handle a lot more new things. What we have accomplished, what you have accomplished this year has been incredible. Our session and deacons met trying to come up with a new vision for how to focus our church on some areas that were important so that you could live out your mission of becoming Christ followers who love God and neighbor. And that translated into something they call new, and you've heard about that and how we are um, nurturing spiritual formation. So important to us to grow in our faith. We're engaging the congregation. We have less staff, and that means people are going to have to take up their own ministries and find their passion and calling within the local church and engage those things. And then finally, engagement with the community, not only here in Atlanta, but the community of faith that we touch as North Avenue all over the world, and how we not only make a witness on this corner, but in the places where you have mission partners all over the world. God's doing new things. This year, you went through that process, and then you had to face an enormous financial issue. You erased a $300,000 debt. And for the first time in over a decade, I understand, you passed a balanced budget. That was such a great achievement. Along the way, not without pain, because that required us to do some really difficult things. We went through a reduction in force, and that was difficult for everyone. But now we have a balanced staff, the number of staff members for the number of people who are in the congregation, and have realigned job descriptions to fit your mission and vision. And we're moving that process forward even now. We also have worked hard on supporting your PNC. Your pastor nominating committee has worked diligently, and now they're on the cusp of finding that person who will come and be the new thing and lead the new thing in the new season for that person's ministry year. You've also been tussling with theological questions on inclusivity. So many things that have been part of this year's adventure of faith. And we're just thankful that God is faithful in it all. In Joshua chapter 1, verse 5, God tells Joshua, "As I was with Moses, so I'll be with you. Have courage, don't be afraid. I will never fail you, nor will I forsake you." No matter what's going on in our world or our church life, God is faithful. God will always be our rock. He will never fail us, nor will he forsake us. This new format of the video annual report is something that we thought might be fun and interesting, so I hope you enjoy all our reports in this form, and we look forward to sharing not only those reports, but life and ministry with you here in North Avenue. God bless you, friends.
Hi, North Avenue. I'm Reverend Jasmine Evans Swan, Associate Pastor for Discipleship, and we've had an amazing year. We started off the year in February in discipleship and in worship collaboration with bringing opportunities for us to delve into Black worship, what the Black church could teach us, and a Black music ministry. It was amazing. During Lent, we focused on the fruits of the Spirit, and we were so grateful to see everyone memorizing scripture. In the summer, we focused on worship matters, and it was an opportunity for all of us to develop our worship practice. That is true spiritual formation. I hope that you were able to grab something that really stuck home for you, or something that you're able to share with a friend or a family member about how you're building your spiritual practice. We've continued in worship and in discipleship on the theme of Complete Your Sunday with discipleship. And we're so glad that so many of you are finding spaces where you can go and learn more about God and be in fellowship with one another. And we're continuing to do this every Sunday after worship. I want to invite each of you to find a small group, whether that's on Sundays or throughout the week, once a month, or join some of our 4 to 6 week opportunities that come along so that you can deepen your faith and can continue to worship God through your spiritual formation. In the fall, we will continue to gather in discipleship classes. So join us for Design for Discipleship or Cornerstone. If you're a young adult, join us in my class upstairs. And there's so many opportunities for you to get involved. We're so excited about what God is doing, and we look forward to many more opportunities to grow together.
Hello, I'm Cameron Jolson, and I'm the Executive Assistant at North Avenue Presbyterian Church. Today I'm going to be talking about the Care Ministry. The Care Ministry is a beautiful collaboration between staff and lay leaders that embodies the words in Acts 6 and focuses on compassion, witness, and service. Each week, our deacons, our prayer teams, and our staff pray over our connection cards and emailed requests, and prayer infuses all parts of our ministry. This year, our prayer shawl team, which prays with every stitch, has provided many prayer shawls, scarves, and baby items for people to be literally covered by prayer. The Care Ministry also touches people through attentive in-home visits and periodic check-ins, meal trains for people transitioning out of hospital stays, thoughtful adoption and foster care support teams, grief care teams that stay close to people, especially during their first year of loss, specialized care teams that surround people with very specific support, and a flower delivery team that creates and delivers gorgeous arrangements from our Sunday sanctuary flowers to brighten people's day. Our Shepherds Fund has granted financial assistance for members in times of sudden need, and we have had the honor of hosting 3 weddings and 4 memorials with the help of in-house coordinators and a large group of greeters who, alongside everyone in the Care Ministry, share their gifts of hospitality and warmth. We are so grateful to all the leaders and volunteers who help with this ministry. As we look toward 2026, we hope to see even more volunteer engagement so that our care initiatives can grow in depth and breadth.
Hi, I'm Roxy Chess, and since July 2025, I've been the Director of Missions and Connections at North Avenue Presbyterian Church. Now, some of you may be wondering, what is that? And that's a good question. I continue to work deepening our relationships with our mission partners alongside with our mission and outreach team. This past year, we hosted a China Partnership prayer gathering, a rest and reset retreat for our partners working with refugees in Clarkston, along with 2 prayer gatherings, one at Clarkston on Pentecost Sunday and one here at North Avenue this past September. We had visits with Tharwat Waba from ETSC in Egypt and Elisa and Werner Schobesberger, who ministered to refugees in Austria. We hosted another amazing Lazarus Health Day, and we had a meaningful and wonderful World Communion Sunday. And the International Buffet was back and a huge success, thanks to each of you. And in our gym, every Monday, Feet on the Street team provides showers, clothing, food, and a support system of relationships, resources, and opportunities for unhoused women and their children in our community. We are also focusing on ways to continue to strengthen our connections within our church family. Some examples of that are the Avenue Group that meets here twice a month, our prayer shawl ministry, and our adoption and foster care community that we have right here at North Avenue. Along with others, shout out to Ann Carter McDonald, we are learning new ways of welcoming and connecting with our neighbors through our growing relationship with Emery Winship, the Midtown Alliance Group, and activities that are taking place right outside our doors, like Streets Alive, the many parades, and really just being a safe space for people needing support or safe parking. I am extremely grateful for Mario and Derek, our security team, and their faithfulness in keeping us and others in our community safe. This coming year, as we lean into our new initiative, I'm looking forward to creating ways for all of you to engage in your gifts and your time and your talents in different ministries we have here at North Avenue, in our neighborhood, and our partnerships locally and globally. we now have a connections kiosk, which is basically a table in the hospitality hall for you to learn more about and sign up for the different ways to engage and serve. One hope I have for this coming year is to provide some learning opportunities for each of us to explore our unique giftedness and ways that we are called to serve together as a community. I am also so thankful for Cindy Kelly and the way that she has organized our hospitality coffee team. And by the way, we need more people to join. So even if you think you are domestically challenged, trust me, if I can make coffee, you can make coffee. I am so looking forward to this coming year. There will be opportunities to serve, ways to give through our donation drives, visits from other mission partners. Mark your calendars for January 25th. Shelvis Smith Mather will be with us then. There will also be ways to continue to connect and welcome with our neighbors and our church family and our community. Most importantly though, I am looking forward to belonging together as we follow Jesus in faith, hope, and love.
Hi, I'm Dr. Laura John, Director of Worship here at North Avenue Presbyterian Church. This year has been one of growth and renewal in our worship arts ministry. Since June, my role has expanded to oversee the full scope of worship, including the chancel choir, praise band, and AV tech teams. And it's been incredible to see how God is bringing this area together in unity. I've seen God moving in the joy and dedication of those who serve each week. The singers, musicians, and technicians who give their time and gifts so faithfully. We've welcomed many new volunteers in both the choir and the praise band, and it's been such a gift to watch people discover their place in worship and bring their hearts into service. Looking ahead, I am especially excited for this Advent season. On December 14th, our choir will present Child of Hope, a new Christmas musical that shares the story of Christ's birth through powerful music and scripture. Then on December 17th, the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra returns for our classical Christmas concert, now part of the North Avenue Concert Series. Both of these events are wonderful opportunities to share the light and joy of Christ with our congregation and the wider Atlanta community. As we move into the new year, my hope is to continue building bridges across all areas of worship, nurturing new leaders, and creating spaces where people can encounter God through beauty, worship, and artistry. All along the way, I've been deeply grateful for how God is shaping us into a worshiping family that glorifies Him together. To our NAPC congregation, thank you for your prayers, your encouragement, and the love you pour into this ministry each week. God bless you.
Hello everyone, my name is Preston McCurdy. I'm the Director of Facilities here at North Avenue Presbyterian Church. In my 3 years that I've been here, I've had a chance to really give this place a lot of upgrades that were needed upon my arrival. One of the first things that I noticed was we had a very, very big gap in our security effort. So I was able to get with the ministry team here and just make our security more efficient here all around the church. Starting from the weekends, we started off with just a couple of days on the weekend. Now we have a full-blown security team here, 5 days a week, which is definitely awesome. Another big project that we did was our brick wall on the 1926 building, and this runs also down on the east wall of the property. So that wall was actually falling down. It was actually about to give way at any moment. It was going to fall down. So we had an emergency situation with that. And once again, the dollars that we take in from the ministry, from your giving, we utilize those dollars to make sure that we got that wall first tuck pointed and then shored back up. We got it re-strengthened, and now that wall looks great. Another thing that we had to do was we had our pump go out for our boiler last year. Pump went out, that means we're gonna have no heat. Even though we don't get that cold up here in the wintertime, but on those nights that we have those under 32 degree temperatures, it can cause a lot of pipe freezing, and we don't want that. So we made sure that we got that pump replaced, but also as a preventive measure, I made sure that we got another pump to have on the site. So now I have pumps on the site for the boiler, the cooling tower, and also our condenser line. We have those pumps here on the site. They're downstairs in my mechanical room. So if we ever have a problem with these pumps now that they're getting older, we'll be able to replace them right away without having to go through the mix up of calling someone and them having to go get a pump from here and there and waiting and all that. Because sometimes time is of essence when it comes to things like this. So I want to make sure that we were prepared. But anyway, let me say this. There's so many other things, guys, that I've done since I've been here. We've did some upgrades on some of the elevator systems here that need to be done. It was a state regulation on the elevators to have a certain type of door switch for safety. And we're in the process of getting that put in now, but the parts are back ordered because there's so many people trying to get that part right now for these elevators. We are on the list to get ours done, coming soon, but we can show the state that we are in form of the regulation for that. So we're good to go. Another project that I got a chance to work on this year is getting some windows replaced on our older building. We're still in the process of that. That's more of a more detailed intel deal to be trying to work out, but we're almost there, and you'll be seeing those windows go in hopefully starting in the beginning of the new year. Still working on those projects and so many other things that we're working on. I've been getting rid of some of our old wooden tables and chairs, the small things that you probably don't notice. So once again, God bless y'all. Thank you all. God bless you once again, and let's keep moving forward.
Hi, my name's Renee Abernathy, and I'm your Director of Finance and Administration, and I replaced Kenny Kyle this past year. I also work with Chris Blyler. She's our staff accountant, and she replaced Yvette Butler this past year. So you've got a whole new administration staff here in the accounting department, and we've had an interesting year. As you know, last December had a negative year going, but this congregation turned it around, and in the last 6 months of the year, got to a positive year end. It was so wonderful to see the congregation pull together and end the year positive. We have accomplished many things. We got new vans, and we still did a lot of ministry. So congratulations, wonderful. We also got our first balanced budget for the 2026-2027 budget year. We are following that budget, and as the first quarter comes to an end, we are ahead of budget, which puts us better than we were last year. We're hoping this trend continues, and it can continue with your support. That's the only way this church continues to grow and do its ministry. And we want to thank you for your support. As you review the numbers that you got with this annual report, if you have any questions, please contact Chris or I. We'll be glad to research anything or walk you through, explain anything. We are here to help and support you. If you have any questions with your donations or as they're applied, let Chris or I know, and we'll help you and support you. Welcome to the year, and we hope to have a great year this next year. Thank you.